Hi guys, welcome to the video 2 of profit and loss. So yesterday we have done so many basic things. Today we will learn some more. Then we'll also discuss some questions as well. The first few things which we are going to learn here is number one, like where we are using profit and loss, and secondly, like what is a certain kind of examples we generally going to take, like kind of successive discount we will discuss, and we also discuss some concepts which includes let's say when the cost price is same or the selling price is same. So this kind of concepts we are going to use. The first thing we are going to learn, that is successive discount. Let's say you are going for let's say Christmas sale, right? Which is, let's say, Xmas sale. So in case of Christmas sale, what happened is basically in Xmas sale, what you are basically doing is it's like a 50% off plus 60% off. You're getting it in, let's say, Amazon. So what is the basically kind of the total discount you're getting? So I have already told you this is about 100. Now first is 50 rupees discount, so it becomes 50. Another, there is 60% discount, so minus 60%. So 60% of 50 is basically 30. So now it has become 20. So 100 was there, 20 is there, so 80 rupees is discount, so it is same as 80%. So by successive also we can solve this question, minus 60 minus 50 plus minus 60 into minus 50 upon 100, which is minus 110 plus 30, your answer is minus 80. So it is basically nothing but 80% discount. So this is known as successive discount. So in the next thing what we will learn, if the, let's say we are buying two products, and let's say if the cost price is same, we are buying two products and let's say the cost price is same. Now what is the selling price? So this kind of questions we are going to learn after this. So think about this case. One article is sold at X% profit, other is sold at X% loss. Then the overall profit or loss 0 if the cost price is same. Like let's say if it is 10% profit in product 1, 10% loss in product 2. If the cost price is same, then the overall profit loss is 100. Why it is so? Because think about the cost price is 100, let's say CP is 100, right? So the first one, what is the profit? 10. For the second one, what is the profit? What is the loss? Minus 10. So what is 10 minus 10? That is 0. So that means it is 0% profit. So that is one example of this. So if you understand this, now next go for the other thing as well. So if like the cost price is same and in one case we have X%, another case X% loss. So remember the answer is always 0% profit if the cost price is same. Now if the selling price is same, that let's say the selling price is 100 and in both case like the selling price is 100 for product 1 and product 2, that is product 1, that is product 2, and let's say in this case that is 10% profit, in this case that is let's say 10% loss. So now you need to find what is like the overall profit or loss percentage, right? The selling price I have taken like 100, let's say, or the selling price is same. Maybe that selling price is same, let's say. Dono ka selling price same hai. So do one thing. If 10% profit on cost price, 10% loss on cost price, right? So first thing you need to do here, let's take one thing as, let's say cost price is 100, right? If the cost price is 100, then the selling price would have been 110. Now in this case, if the cost price is 100, then the selling price would have been 90. Now as it has been said, the selling price is same. So what we can do the LCM of 100 and 90, which is the same selling price. So LCM of 110 and 90 is 990. So take the selling price of the first product is 990. That is for product 1. For product 2 also the selling price, let's assume 990. I can assume anything, but I am assuming 990. You will understand why, because I won't not indulge in too many fractions. That's why I have taken 990. So I'll show you how it is becoming 990 and it is the answer. So in this case, what is 10% profit? So I can say if 10% profit on cost price, so that is like P1 CP. So P1 plus 10 upon 100 into P1. So P1 is basically the CP. That is equal to 990. Now if you solve it, you'll get P1 is equal to 900. So the cost price for the P1 is 900. Similarly, P2 minus 10 by 100 into P2 is 990. So if you solve, you'll get P2 is equal to 1100. So what is the total cost price? That is 1100 900 plus 1100, the total cost price is this two sum, which is 2100. That is the total. Sorry, that is the total cost price is 2000. I'm so sorry. That is 1100 plus 900. That is the total cost price is 2000. Am I clear? Now the total cost price is 2000 and the total selling price is 990 into 2, which is 1980. Clear? So what is loss? So the loss is 20 out of 2000, that is CP, into 100. So the loss is 1%. Now you understand the loss is 1% when it is 10%. But think about the formula. It is said if it is X% profit and X% loss, it will be X square upon 100% loss if the selling price is same. Now X square upon 100% is nothing but 10 square upon 100%, which is same as 1%. So you don't need to do all of this thing to find this 1%. Use this formula, you'll get 1%. Because if X is 10, what is X square upon 100? That is 1%. 10 square upon 100 is 1%. So it will give you how much loss? 1% loss, right? If the selling price is same, and if there is like the profit percentage and loss price percentage for two products are same, then the overall loss is basically X square upon 100%. If it is 20, the answer will be 4% loss. So this is how it works. So I've already given you the same question. If the CP is same, then it is 0% profit. If the SP is same, then the answer is 1%. We have already discussed this particular thing with this kind of questions. I hope you understand like how we are solving this one. A flower girl makes a profit of 45% by selling flowers at a certain price. If she charges ₹1 more on each flower, she would gain 70%. Find the original price or flower at which she sold the flower. So now the flower girl makes a profit of 45%. Let's come from this question. Flower girls makes a profit of 45% by selling flowers at certain price. If she charges ₹1 more in each flower, she would have gained 70%. Find the original price of the flower. So think about that. If his cost price is whatever it is, like in one case there is 45% profit, in another case there is 70% profit. So what is the difference? The difference is 25%, right? The difference is 25%. So but 25% of what? 25% of cost price is basically now 1. Because the difference is 25% and 25% of what? The profit and loss, all of these things are calculated on cost price. So this is 25% of cost price is 1. That means CP upon 4 is 1. So what is cost price? Cost price is 4. Now you need to find original price at which it has been sold. So originally it has been sold in 45%. So what is your selling price? That is the cost price plus profit. So what is cost price? That is 4. What is the profit? That is 4 into 45 upon 100. So your answer is nothing but 5.80. So this is your selling price, initial selling price. This is your actual selling price. Have you understood? Am I clear? So what is it basically in case of CP is there? So it is 45% profit, 70% profit. So what is the difference? That is 25% profit. Now 25% profit is same as 25% of the cost price. Now what is 25% of the cost price? That is basically equal to 1. So 25% of cost price is 1. Then what is cost price? The cost price is nothing but 4. If the cost price is 4, how we can find the selling price? That is cost price plus profit. It is 4 plus 45% of 4, which gives you answer 5.80 precisely. And hence this is how we can solve this type of question. So let's go for the next one. A shopkeeper makes a loss of 20% on a product and decides to increase his selling price by 1.5 times. Find his new gain or loss percent. So the shopkeeper makes a loss of 20%. Let's say the cost price is 100, loss is 20. What is selling price? That is 80, right? And decides to increase his selling price by 1.5 times. So increase his selling time. So increase by, that means the selling price is increased by 80's 1.5 times. That is 80 into 3 by 2. The selling price was 80. Now the new selling price becoming 80 plus 80 into 3 upon 2. Because it is increased by 1.5 times. So it is nothing but 80 plus 120. So what is 80 plus 120? Which is 200. Now if it is 200 and the selling price is 100, what is the percentage profit? The percentage profit is nothing but 200 minus 100 upon 100 into 100, which is 100%. So hence your answer is 100% profit. I hope I have made you understood this question very clearly. And this is how you can solve this type of question. An article was sold for rupees 60 for a loss. Had it been sold for rupees 81, the gain amount would have been 3/4 of the former loss amount. What is the cost of the article? So the first case, it is 60 selling price. Second case, it is selling price is 81. And there is in between, there is a cost price, right? Because this is the selling price 1, this is selling price 2. So it is said sold for rupees 60, and had it been sold for 81, the gain amount would have been 3/4 of the former loss. So let's say the loss is here, and in this case the gain amount is 3/4 of the loss. 3/4 into loss. The gain amount would have been 3/4 of the former loss. So this loss plus 3/4 of the loss is basically this difference. So and what is the difference? Why? Because when he has sold it at 60, he made a loss. When he is making 81 selling price, he make a profit. Now the profit, this is loss. So the loss is loss, but the profit is basically 3/4 of the loss. So this entire difference is basically he is recovering the loss, then he is making a profit. Then he is selling it at 81. So this entire difference from 81 to 60 is basically the loss. First the recovering of loss, then make a profit of 3/4L. So this entire thing is nothing but 21. What is 21? That is 81 minus 60. 81 minus 60. So this is 21. So now I can say that is 7 upon 4, L is equal to 21. So what is L? L is basically 12. L is 12. Now if the loss is 12, what is the cost price? The cost price is basically selling price plus loss. So the selling price is 60, the loss is 12, so your answer is 72. So hence your answer is 72. Now while solving this type of question, like just give me you one other way of approaching this type of question, like the smarter way to approach this kind of question. While solving this type of question, one thing you need to understand, like you don't need to do the same thing again and again. First, because it is between 60 and 81, your cost price has to be in between 60 and 81. Because while 81 you are making, while selling at 81 you are making a profit. So your cost price is less than 81. While 60 you are making a loss, that means your cost price is more than 60. So your cost price has to be less than equals to 81 and more than equal to 60. And there is only one option which is in this bracket. So hence the answer is 72. So you don't need to solve this question to get the answer correctly. Sometimes you just need to use your common sense. And remember, common sense is not very common for everyone. So if you can use your common sense very well, you can solve these questions very fast. And remember, this is like the trick to solve CAT questions. Sometimes you just need to go through like the options, sometimes you just need to go through the understanding. So in any way you can solve this type of question. So let's go for the next one. A manufacturer sells his product to a retailer at a profit of 30%, who sells it to a shopkeeper at a loss of 10%, who in turn sells to a customer for rupees 225 at a profit of 25%. What was the manufacturer's cost price? So it has been happening thrice, right? So it has been happening thrice. First it is 30% profit plus 30. Next is a loss of 10%. 30% profit, then it is a loss of 10%. So first what it is happening, 30 minus 10 plus 30 into minus 10 upon 100. So which is basically 17. So you are getting now 17% profit. 20 minus 3 is 17. And now it is again a profit of 25%, right? So now if it's 17 plus 25 plus 17 into 25 upon 100. So the overall profit is basically 17 plus 25 is 42 plus 2500 is 4. So 16, that is 4.25. Assuming my calculations are correct, that is 46.25%. This is the profit. Clear? So 46.25% is the profit percentage. Now the manufacturer's cost price they have asked you. So I can say like manufacturer's cost price plus 46.25% of the profit, like 46.25% profit is basically same as 225. So I can say what is this? This is like cost price. What is 46.25? So this is 3.75. So I can write cost price is nothing but 225 into 100 upon 146.25. That is 225 into 100 upon 146.25. So if you solve this thing, you'll get your answer directly from this cost price, like what is exactly your cost price. I hope you have understood exactly what we have done while solving this type of question. I give you time just to make sure you understand. So first, what I have done, I just made these two things like the successive. So there are three types: one profit, one loss, and one again profit. So whenever we have these three things together, we can use successive, right? So whenever we can use successive, the first and fourth thing, most thing, I have done 30 and 10, then I got 17%, then I got 17.25, I got 42.25%. Now the next step is like I know the cost price is cost price, and cost price plus 46.25% of profit is basically 225. Now what is cost price? That is 225 into 100 divided by 146.25. That will fetch you the cost price exactly. And if you solve this in CAT, you have your obviously the calculator, so you can use directly the calculator here, and your answer would have been something around 153.84 or 85. So hence your answer is option E, which is 153.85. So that is how you can solve this type of question. I hope I have made you clear like how you are solving these questions, more or less. By selling 80 articles, a trader gains the selling price of 20 articles. We have done this question in the previous class. I'm just giving you one example of the same question. So let's say the selling price is 1 per article, right? So what is the selling price of 80 articles? So for 80 articles, the selling price is how much? The selling price is 80. What is the price? Gains the selling price of 20. So what is the profit? Profit is 20. So what is cost price? That is 80 minus 20, which is 60. So what is your profit percentage? That is 20 upon 60 into 100, which is nothing but 33.33%. Is it as simple as this? This is the same kind of question we have done in the previous class. So your answer is nothing but 33.33%. And how you can solve this question is very easy. Just always take the selling prices 1 per article and use this information carefully. And you can get the answer directly by solving this type of question. Let's go for the next one. A man buys 3 articles at rupees 990 each. He sells the first at a loss of 20%, second at a loss of 5%, and third at a profit of 40%. So his cost price is same. Remember, when the cost price is same, your overall, if your cost price is same, the overall profit or loss is basically the average of the profit and loss of the individual things. So he sells the first at loss of what? Minus 20's loss is minus 20. That is, first is loss of 20%, second at a loss of 5%, minus 5, and third at a profit of 40%, that is plus 40. And what is the average? Upon 3. Is the cost price is same? Then the profit will be the average. So by 3, so your answer is 15 upon 3, so your answer is 5. So your answer is 5% profit. Plus 5 is 5% profit. It's as simple as this. So now I can write if the cost price is same for certain products, ek mein X% profit, Y% profit, Z% profit. So your overall is X plus Y plus Z upon 3. If it is 2, it is X plus Y upon 2. So this is always the average. Remember, if the cost price is same, you are making profit, loss, and all of these things, the overall will be just add everything and do the average. If it is profit, that is positive. If it is loss, that is negative. That's about it. That's about all about this type of question. So if you solve this way, it can solve it very fast. So a man buys some toffees at 4 for rupees 1 and same number at 6 for rupees 1. He sells all the toffees at rupees 5 for at 5 for rupees. 5 for particular rupee, right? Rupees 1. So the other question is in what is basically by the net percentage profit or loss. How you solve this type of question, that is more important. The first thing we'll do, we'll take the LCM of 4, 6 and 5. So man buys some toffees at the same number at 6. So 4, 6, 5 LCM is basically 60. So let's think about the first type of toffees, he buys 60 toffees. In second way also he buys 60 toffees exactly. So total he is buying 120 toffees. So the 60 toffees, let's say 4 for rupees 1. So for 60 toffees, what is the price? The price is 60 upon 4 is 15 rupees. In this case, what is the price? That is 60 upon 6, which is 10 rupees. So what is the total cost price? That is 25. The total cost price is 25. That is the CP. So CP is 25. Now he's selling 120 at 5 per rupee, 5 for a rupee. So his selling price is the 120 and 5 for each. The selling price is nothing but 120 upon 5, which is 24. I hope you are understanding what I'm doing. So selling price is 120 upon 5, which is 24. Am I clear? So what was his cost price? That is 60 upon 4 is 15. What was his, again, another cost price? That is 60 upon 6, that is 10. So what is his total cost price? That is 15 plus 10 is 25. Fair enough? Now what is his total selling price? That is 120 upon 5, because he is selling 5 toffees in a rupee. So his overall selling price is 24. Now what is his profit or loss? He made a loss. So if he made a loss, the loss is basically 1 rupee. He made a loss of 1 rupee, right? Now what is his loss percentage? That is 1 upon 25 into 100. So he's making a 4% loss. So what is he making? He's making a 4% loss. So hence your answer is option D, which is 4% loss exactly. And that will fetch you like the answer of this question. That is 4% loss. So let's go for the next question. Let's do the last two questions of this particular profit loss. Then in the next video we will learn about dishonest seller. So let's do the last two. Like this is the question: a man buys 9 quintal of sugars at rupees 16 per kg. He sells 1/3 at profit of 30% and the remaining at loss of 12%. So what is your overall net percentage profit? So think about it. If I divide the entire thing into 3 parts, 1/3, 1/3 and again 1/3. The first 1/3 he sold at 30% profit. Clear? Now this 2/3 he basically sold at how much? In 12% loss. Am I clear? So if it is 30% profit and this 2 is 12% loss, so it is minus 12 and minus 12 I can write, because I'm making like the cost price is same. If it is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, in 3 cases the cost prices are same. When the cost prices are same, what is my formula? That is 30 minus 12 upon 3. So your answer is 2% profit. So hence your answer is 2% profit. So this is as simple as possible. You can solve this question. So what I have done, I divide this one into 3 parts: 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. I know 1/3 is 30%, 2/3 is minus 12%. But if I need to make it equal, like equal cost price, I am dividing it 1/3 and 1/3. So this 1/3 is minus 12, this 1/3 is also minus 12, and do the average directly. Am I clear? All of you, have you understood this? I guess there's no problem with this thing. So this is how you can solve this type of question. But there is another shortcut is also there. The ratio of these two things. So the ratio of this and this product is basically 1/3 is to 2/3. So the ratio is nothing but 1 is to 2. So if you use the weighted average also, you can get the same value. So the weighted average is 30 minus 12 into 2 upon 1 plus 2. That is also fetch you 2% profit. So hence in this way also you can solve this question. So any way you can solve this question, that hardly matters. Like it's just you need to make it correct. That's how we solve this type of question. Last question of the day, like of the video mainly. A man buys 3 articles at rupees 990 each. He sells the first at a loss of 20%, the second at a loss of 5%, and the third at a profit of 5%. Find his gain or loss percent. So this question you have already done in like a little time before. So this is the same question. So just think about like what is the difference between these two questions. So that's why I have given you this question again. In this question what we have done, like it is 9 quintals of sugar, but it is not the cost price is same. So what I have made, the cost price I have made equal, right? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But in this question, the cost price is same 990, 990 and 990. So in that case, if you have remember, in the previous question, we already understood how we solve this question. We just do this, like we do minus 20, minus 5, plus 40, and we'll divide it by 3. That's how we'll solve it, right? So this is why, because the cost price is same here. And in the previous question, we did exactly the same thing. We make it 1/3, 1/3 and 1/3, and we make everything equal. So we got the answer directly. So this is how we solve this type of question. So this is all about percentage profit loss video 2, profit loss video 2 mostly. In the next class, we will do profit loss 3, which will include dishonest seller. So see you guys in the next video. And please go through it, and if you guys have not already subscribed, please like subscribe to our channel and follow this arithmetic playlist for the remaining videos.